And welcome to the Hannity Vegas Forum. Tonight, we are coming to you live from the Wynn Hotel, Resort and Casino. We are on the Vegas Strip tonight, and over the next hour, you will hear directly from presidential candidates Mitt Romney, Newt Gingrich, and Rick Santorum. Now, an invitation to participate in this forum was also extended to Congressman Ron Paul, but it was declined. Now, tonight, the main focus of my questions will be on the most critical issues that are facing the country, the economy. And here to join us and kick things off is somebody who picked up a big endorsement today from the one and only Donald Trump, and that's Governor Mitt Romney. Governor, how are you?
I'm terrific. Thanks, Sean.
Big endorsement from Mr. Trump today.
Very pleased. He's a man who's created a lot of jobs, and he shares my concern about China. The fact that China has been able to run roughshod over many industries in this country, and that presidents have looked at it, have complained about it, but really haven't taken action to stop China from taking away our jobs.
How do we get fair trade practice without starting some type of trade war or protectionism? It's a balancing act. How do you pull that off?
Well, you have to open up new markets. A highly productive nation like ours has to have new markets to sell goods to in order to continue to grow. But if one of those markets, one of those countries, begins to cheat on the agreement and to unfairly attack our markets and kill jobs here, you have to say, whoa, 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 you got to live by the rules of fair trade. And I know some people are concerned that if we hold China accountable, that they'll fight back and begin a trade war. But don't forget, they sell a heck of a lot more stuff to us than we sell to them. They don't want a trade war any more than we do. And you have to stand up at some point and say enough is enough. You've killed too many jobs. You can't keep manipulating your currency. You can't continue to steal our designs, our patents, our know-how, and you can't hack into our computers. And if you do, there will be consequences.
All right. And what can the consequences be, though? What if they say, we're not going to change anything?
Well, the consequence is to do what I'll do on my first day in office. I will label China a currency manipulator. And under U.S. law, once that label has been affixed, the president is able to apply tariffs to any of their goods where the president believes that their unfair trade practices have cost American jobs or killed American industries. I'm making it very clear to the Chinese. That's where we'll go if they continue the practices they're pursuing right now.
All right. Newt Gingrich has brought up an issue about the delegate count distribution. In other words, according to the Republican National Committee, they were supposed to have proportional distribution of delegates till April 1st. He may challenge this. As the rules are written, how do you interpret them?
Well, it would be nice if Speaker Gingrich would challenge the rules before he's lost as opposed to after he's lost. He did that in Virginia. He said, look, I don't think it's fair to have to get 10,000 signatures. That's after he worked hard to get the 10,000. I got him. Ron Paul got him, but he didn't. So he wants to change the rule afterwards. Apparently, he wants to change the rule in Florida. We knew what the rules were going into it. But now that he lost Florida, he wants to find some way to do better. Look, I'm not terribly concerned about the rule process. It's going to be worked out by the Republican National Committee. I intend to do well and to get the delegates I need. I doubt it's going to come down to a contest of, he's got 6 more delegates or I've got 8 more in this state. I think one or the other of the people in this race will end up with the lion's share of the delegates, and we'll be able to take on President Obama without going to a convention, all counting delegates.
All right, let's go to the race, if we can, for a minute here. This is pretty fascinating, almost unprecedented. And politics is my love, and I love following presidential politics in particular. Going into South Carolina, you coming out of New Hampshire, you had a double-digit lead going into South Carolina. You have 2 debates in a week, a double-digit lead becomes a double-digit loss. You go into Florida, you're down double digits. You have 2 debates, you turn a double-digit loss into a double-digit victory in Florida. Big victory in Florida. How do you interpret this? In other words, the ebb and flow of this is kind of unlike anything I've ever seen.
Well, I've been fortunate over the last year. I've had pretty steady support, but there have been some other folks that have jumped to the lead and then, dwindled down over time. And the speaker got a good boost in South Carolina. I think he had 2 good debates, frankly, by taking on the moderators. He wasn't going after President Obama, didn't go after the other candidates. It was just a chance to really whack on the media, the mainstream media. That came across well. The audience loved it and gave him a big boost. When he came to Florida, and it actually was not about the moderators, but about the candidates, he didn't do so well. He initially said, well, the audience in the first debate was too quiet for him. Then he said in the second debate, the audience was too loud and too boisterous. And then he said he didn't want to debate in settings where the moderators are members of the media. Look, you don't get to choose what kind of debates you're going to have. When we go up against President Obama, it's the Presidential Commission on Debates that'll decide who are the moderators, how long the debates will be, how many there will be. And I'm ready to debate President Obama anywhere, anytime, anyhow, because I happen to know that his experience has not led this country to greatness.
I want to get to that in